Hi everyone. Oh. Right, we'll try that again. Missing someone with all your. Hi everyone, so today you are joining me to put on some makeup on this face. This is my sort of 5 to 7 minute everyday makeup look. Just gonna call it my 5-minute makeup look though, because 5 to 7 minutes, bit long. But yeah, it normally takes me between those times. If I'm in a rush, then yeah, I can do it in 5 minutes. Otherwise, it might take me a little bit longer. But yeah, this is my makeup that I do for every day and sort of when I go to work or when I'm just popping out. So I always used to start off my makeup by covering up my dark under eye circles, but I've sort of changed it up a little bit. So now I start off by covering up any breakouts I've got going on using my trusty Clinique Anti-Blemish Solutions liquid makeup. If you've been subscribed to me for a while, then you would have heard me say the name of this foundation so many times. And even though it is foundation, I sort of use it as a concealer now because it sort of works the same. It's not as high coverage as a concealer, but I still like the look it gives. So yeah, I use it as a concealer. So what I do is I literally squeeze out a tiny, tiny little blob on my hand, and then I blend it in with my fingers just over any breakouts, and at the moment that's just my chin. Sometimes I do get a couple of breakouts like on my cheeks here or like a couple on my forehead, but it's just my chin at the moment, so I'm doing good. Yeah, I just put a little bit over them. You'll see that it doesn't fully cover them, but it provides enough coverage for me to feel comfortable. Then I just set that in place straight away so that it doesn't move or slide off my face or something. So I use the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder foundation, and it is a powder foundation, so it does have some coverage, which is why I'm not too bothered that the foundation doesn't give a lot of coverage, because technically I'm using 2 foundations to cover some spots, but it doesn't make it orange, which is good. So yeah, I just grab a powder brush. I think this is it Real Techniques? Yeah. And then swish and flick. So I'm just lightly brushing over to set the foundation in place. So now I'm going to cover up my dark under eye circles. I didn't sleep very well last night, so they're a little bit worse than usual. But I usually use my little Soap and Glow combination of concealers. So I've got the Kick-Ass Just Bright Stick and the Trick and Treatment concealer. This one's pretty much run out, but I think I can get a little bit out. Then to set that concealer in place, I'm using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So now I'm going to do my brows, and I'm going to use my Rimmel Brow This Way kit. If you've watched any of my makeup videos before, then you'll probably think all of this makeup has been pretty similar so far, but the rest of the face makeup and the eyeshadow is going to be different, so stay tuned, it'll be worth it. Probably, maybe not, probably not, I can't guarantee it, but stay tuned, I am going to change things up. But for now I'm going to do my brows using my trusty brow product. If you've watched my brow routine video, then you'll probably know how I do my brows already, but literally all I do is just outline the bottom bit first and then work my way up through the brow, and then yeah, that's it pretty much. Like, I don't really do much to my brows except fill them in. Like, I just can't be bothered to pluck them. Occasionally I give them a bit of a trim, but yeah, all I do is really fill them in. But I like it, it works for me. So then I just fill in the other one the same way, and then I brush them out so the product isn't all like clumped in places. Oh, my hands are so clammy. I mean, what's new, but still. Now for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my MUA eyeshadow palette. As I've said in one of my videos before, this was the first ever eyeshadow palette I bought. And it's years and years old, I probably shouldn't be using it, but I've sort of rediscovered it lately and I've been loving it. So I'm going to do a sort of neutral goldy look. It doesn't sound like anything special, but I feel like it makes my eyes stand out and it complements blue eyes quite well, which I have. So I'm going to start off by taking this orangey shade here, and I'm just putting it mainly in the crease, but also putting it a little bit on the lid as well. Mainly because I'm a bit messy and can't really control where I'm putting the eyeshadow. And I know the simple answer would be to use a brush, but I just really don't like using brushes. So now I'm just going to use this sort of greeny brown shade and put it all over my lid. When I first got this palette, I sort of avoided that shade like the plague. I just didn't think it looked nice at all, but it's really grown on me and I've been using it a lot recently. So yeah, I'm just putting that all over my lid. Then I'm going to take my little finger and just put that slightly under my eye. Beautiful. Then also on my little finger, I'm just going to take this brown shade and put it on the outer bit of my eye, like not the crease, but like the outer like water line, tight line, lash line, lash line. Then to finish off the eyeshadow, I'm just going to take the sparkly white shade and put it on the inner corners of my eyes. Then to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to do a little bit of mascara, and I'm going to use my Rimmel Super Curler Mascara, if I can get it open. So for highlights, I've just been using the Barry M Illuminating Strobe Cream in Iced Bronze. This isn't actually my favourite, but it's very quick to use, so that's normally why I use it. My favourite's actually the Too Faced Candlelight Glow, but I like to take my time when using that one. So I've literally just been brushing it on. I do like quite a bit of highlight because I like to glow. Then I just sort of blend that in. And then any excess from my cheeks I just put on my nose and under my brow bone, and also this bit here, which I can't remember the name of. Finally, for lipstick, I'm throwing it back to an old favourite by using my MAC lipstick in Yash. So that's it for my 5-minute makeup look. It might look like quite a lot of products to use in 5 minutes, but when you're doing it every day, you get used to it. And I also do sometimes skip out certain steps, like I won't always use highlights, and a lot of the time I haven't actually been using any foundation over my breakouts. So yeah, a lot of the time it's not this full 5-minute makeup look. But I can do this in 5 minutes. I do it pretty much every day. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon.